do you think this bunny boy is? Is it Glamrock Bunny? Is he finally back? Is it William Afton? Is Glitchtrap back? Or is it the Mimic? Are you ready for Ruined Freddy? Finally, Steelwool Studios dropped the release date for Ruin upon us. FNAF is constantly trending, and we even have a sneak peek as to what's gonna happen in Ruin. It's such a good time to be a FNAF fan. Also, the absolute legend that is Ray himself over at Steelwool Studios, he's given us gameplay hints, he's given us story hints, he's given us atmospheric hints, he has told us how the game is going to be looking, and from what I've read, it is absolutely amazing. So today, to get us even more hyped for the Ruin DLC release, we're gonna be going over his notes and comparing them with the teasers we've got, the trailers we've got, and all the information we have from the base game, and we're going to see what the game of Ruin is going to be shaping up to be. If you're hyped, go ahead and smash that like button, and remember, subscribe if you're new around here, because as soon as this game drops on the 25th, you already know we're going to be blasting through it, we're going to be looking for all the secrets, all the endings, all the hidden lore details, and then afterwards, we're going to be playing the mods. Also, if you do subscribe to the channel, you're in with a chance to win something in the competition I'm going to be doing, but you'll find out more about that later on. This game is gonna be amazing!
Hello? Well, if you're hearing this, then...
like and subscribe! This image you see right here before your beautiful eyes is the final image we're going to be getting, the final teaser before the DLC drops on the 25th of July. And right here, right now, it shows you exactly why this game is called Ruin. They are all destroyed. They are all nothing like their former selves. Look how dirty they have done these animatronics. Monty is the worst. He is barely an alligator anymore. He's more a carpet than anything. But let's face it, at the end of the day, he deserved it. Hashtag bring back Bonnie. Hey, there's gonna be a riot if Bonnie isn't back in this Ruined DLC. They have destroyed Roxy. They have destroyed... Actually, no, they haven't. It's Gregory. Gregory is a criminal, and he deserves to be locked up. That is why he is back here in this game. He's gonna pay for his crimes. We've got Eclipse, the ruined daycare over here, part sun, part moon at the same time. And what is very interesting about this image right here, what's very interesting about this teaser image, is this looks like it's at nighttime. This doesn't look like it's a daytime, because if we have a look back to the trailer when Cassie jumps in through the window at the very start of the trailer, it's daytime. It is daytime in this other teaser image as well. That's the sun shining through the window. That is quite clearly daytime over here. So is there going to be a day and night cycle in Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin? Because you've got the colors here of the animatronics, so it's not like they've just turned it black and white and it was daytime at one point and now it's just black and white and it's a cool effect. There are colors. You can see the pink on Chica, you can see the green in Roxy's nails over here and her hair. So it looks like there might be a day and night cycle, which would be very interesting because obviously, as we already know, it's you go at 12 a.m. and to survive till 6 a.m. That's traditional Five Nights at Freddy's, and even in the Security Breach game, you had to survive. Well, it was basically from 11 a.m. till 6 a.m. You still had the day and night cycle. I would like to see that in effect in this game as well. Maybe it starts off a bit light when you come in as Cassie, then it gets to darkness and you've got to survive all the animatronics. Maybe the tutorial part of the game is it's still daylight, everything's cool, everything's safe, and then it gets to a certain point, you then get locked in, something happens at the entrance to prevent you from escaping, and that's when the animatronics start hunting you down because it's dark and they are activated and they go through all their whoever's controlling them. I presume at this point it's either another antagonist, maybe it's the Mimic, maybe it's Burn Trap as Afton down in the basement is now controlling the animatronics. However, hey yo, the 25th cannot come soon enough. Ruin is looking good, it's sounding good, and I cannot wait to play it. However, you're gonna need the base game of Security Breach to play. The DLC is free, but you need the base Security Breach game to play. So if you don't have that, you're gonna want to listen up because I'm gonna be giving away some copies. So to enter into the competition for a chance to win one of the free copies I'm gonna be giving away, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment down in the comment section below. Now the comment could be anything, so why don't you go ahead and tell me what you're looking forward to in Ruin, who your favorite FNAF character is, and maybe, hey, tell me when you join the FNAF fandom. Anyone goes, any comment goes. So all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment down in the comment section below. Good luck! It's very interesting that the sun slash moon daycare attendant is here. He's obviously going to be very, very important. Very important to the storyline as well. If we remember back to the trailer, in the trailer, he makes a prominent feature. He bursts in through the door. He shows you that you're going to be part of the daycare. He waves to you in a very friendly manner. So is this guy going to be your friend? Is he going to be somebody that helps you out? Also, another point is, back in the base last game for a FNAF Security Breach, you had the BB minigame. Yeah, the Balloon World minigame that was stuck inside the daycare attendant's room, and that, I think, is going to be very, very important to solving what happens in Ruin, because down in the bowels of the Pizzaplex, in the FNAF 6 pizzeria area, there is another Balloon Boy minigame. However, this second one you can't actually play, so I think in the Ruin DLC, you're going to be able to, just like the Princess Quest games, in which you got the best ending for Security Breach, which I think is the canon ending, by the way, to FNAF Security Breach, because you save Vanessa and everybody's happily ever after sitting on the mountain, wishing that they had ended Afton, so that's why Gregory goes back. That's also the only 3-star ending, is the good ending, basically. So I think in this game, you're going to be doing something similar. You have to beat the Balloon Boy minigames, especially because there's a secret glitch in the Balloon Boy minigame in which you get a secret world, which is very, very staple FNAF. Minigames aren't normally what they seem, and you have to do something a little bit secret to get a different ending. So I think you're going to have to beat the minigames to complete whatever secret ending there is going to be in Ruin. Another reason I think this is because one of the final teaser images the Steel will give us as part of Dawko's charity livestream was the fact that in Monty Golf, the arcade cabinet is front and center of this teaser image. It's not damaged, it is new, it is still working, and why would they show this? Why would they show this image? It's not just because Monty is underneath there waiting to jump scare us. It is also because I think they're teasing the fact that minigames are going to be very, very important in this game. So yes, I think it's very interesting that they've put the Sun and Moon over here. Also, it could just be a simple marketing thing that everybody loves the Sun and Moon, the daycare attendant, one of the most lovable characters in the entire game, apart from maybe Glam Daddy or Roxy. They're the characters I see everybody talking about. So I think that's it, and a very, very cool teaser image here. Obviously, if there's something I've missed here, let me know down in the comment section below. But now, the main pointers we want to take from this are potential day and night cycle. The Sun and Moon's going to play a huge role in it, and obviously the animatronics are completely and utterly destroyed. Now, Ben over here, who is incredibly talented at creating Five Nights at Freddy's content, please go and check them out. Their links will be down in the description below. We'll have a look at more of their work later on in this video, but they upscaled and brightened this image, and we can see it a little bit better. We see the Sun and Moon over there, who doesn't look quite as wrecked as in the trailer, so maybe something happens to the daycare attendant whilst we are already there that makes him more ruined or destroyed. Maybe a box falls on him, I don't know. But the rest of the animatronics look utterly destroyed. Roxy actually looks worse than what we've seen her as before. She's had the biggest downfall. Absolutely crazy. Actually, is Monty... I mean, Monty's lost his legs. He's had the biggest downfall. And his skin. He's gone. They're all just destroyed. I love the difference in the games, which we're going to talk about in just a second. So if we come over here and we have a look at Ray's statement over here on steelwoolstudios.com, we will have a look, and we'll have a look at the main parts. You can read it yourself, but we're going to be looking at what is prevalent, what's going to be important for us. So, first, its tone is a stark contrast to that of Security Breach. Our goal was to lean into a more familiar feel Freddy's fans have come to expect, and in that effect, we've created the DLC that's far more dark, dreadful, and ominous than the base game. I think we already agreed that Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, the best moments in that game, whilst the environment altogether was amazing, it was colourful, it was bright, it was brilliant to just explore and look at, the best moments were underground in the abandoned pizzeria, Five Nights at Freddy's 6, that boss battle down there, all the Weeping Angel endoskeletons underground. Again, that section of the game was terrifying, and probably the daycare as well, when the lights went out and the moon was chasing you around. It's the dark elements that Five Nights at Freddy's love. It's a horror game after all, let's face it, and the scares just weren't quite there the entire ride for Security Breach, and I think sometimes the pacing was a bit lost with it being free roam, which again Ray touches upon here. So brilliant. So far, you got it spot on. I mean, look at it. Look at how different this game looks. The lighting is awful. Your visibility is going to be dog crap. You're not going to be able to see things until it's too late with the flickering lights, the dark areas. Look at how many of these areas basically have blind spots. There's so many places for animatronics to hide behind. As you can see, we're going to have to be doing a lot of hiding. There's the endoskeletons I was talking about before, the Weeping Angels. There is going to be so many elements in this game that are going to make you really wet yourselves. If you're going to be playing this game, you better be wearing an adult diaper, because you're going to need it, because this game is going to be wild. It's going to be completely different to Security Breach. And again, we're going to be touching on something I think is going to be very, very important to this game, and it's going to make it even better atmospherically. But there we go. Immediately, what Ray has suggested with the dark, dreadful, and ominous areas, that's immediate. That's apparent straight away, even from the teaser images Doc will give us. Here's one for an example. Look at Monty Golf. That used to be bright, colourful, there was loads of noise, and now look at it. There's barely any lighting, and Monty is hiding. Monty is going to be an animatronic that's going to be the one that you dislike the most. You're going to hate him by the end of it, because he's going to constantly be hiding in places you can't see until it's too late. Just look at this area, for instance. You're running around, and Monty's just hiding. He's hiding in a place that you don't see until it's too late. This game is going to be scary. Additionally, given the dilapidated state of the Pizzaplex, it's claustrophobic and littered with ambience that naturally and unnaturally comes from an abandoned building. There aren't a bunch of massive well-lit areas where you can see and avoid a threat in the distance. See, again, you're not going to be able to see anything, the threat, whether it's an animatronic, whether it's something else, until it's too late. So you're going to have to hide at the last possible moment, you're going to have to run away at the last possible moment, but it's going to be much more in line with what the Five Nights at Freddy's fans want. That's what I want. I wanted something more scary. Security Breach was a great experience, but now let's get to the horror. This is what we've been guessing. This is what we've been wanting since the first Ruin teaser way back last year. It's been over a year, hasn't it? And it looks like they have delivered. In addition to the tonal shift, we've also moved away from the hide-and-seek gameplay of the base game. Ruin's moment-to-moment is built around patience and timing. After thinking long on what we wanted to share before launch, I'm actually going to leave it at that. Okay, but that is enough. That is enough for us, because one of the things about Security Breach was it was either too hard or too easy. If you stuck to what they wanted, and that was you to hide in like the prams or in the photo booths or something as an animatronic passed, and you were constantly be looking at your Faz watch, you would take ages over the game. The hide-and-seek gameplay, it just didn't quite work. The game was too big and it was too easy to escape. You were really fast, except I think Monty had the highest pacing of the game, but then obviously once he lost his legs, like it was easy street. So it kind of lost the fear as you were able to just run around. It was too easy. So what it looks like is Ruin's moment to moment is about pacing, about patience and timing. So this looks like it's going to be scripted segments of the game. Now, I'll talk about what I mean about that in a second. So what I mean is when we're going through the game, we're going to be doing little sections. So you're going to start off. You're going to start off in the front hallway, and you're going to have to do your little missions in here. You're going to have to find an access card to get into the main area of the Pizzaplex. It's going to be set areas, and you're going to have to do very specific things. It's not going to be free roam. It doesn't strike me as a game where you can go back. Think of Poppy Playtime, for instance. There's a good example. That's moment to moment. That is little section by little section. You do a mission in a section, you move on. You don't track back. There's a lot of tracking back in Security Breach, and that, I think, held the game back because it was trying to load too many things at once, and it just didn't have the scariness or the urgency feel about it. I think by going moment to moment, little sections, they're going to be more minigame bosses, because again, they were the best sections in Security Breach, was the boss battles. You had the Chica one where you had to run away from her down underneath the ground. Yeah, again, a scary section because it's dark. Then you had the Monty one, which was quite cool. You had to get rid of him. It felt more urgent and dangerous because you had to run away from him. And then the Roxy one as well. Again, another dark area. They were the best parts of the game. After boss battle, which was basically like a traditional FNAF, you were closing doors, etc. So yes, that's what it means from moment to moment. So from this alone, we can already tell that Security Breach Ruin is going to be completely different from the base game, and I am all for it. What this means, though, is you're going to have to be very careful as you're going through. You're probably going to have to do a lot of very specific things to get the best ending. It's probably going to be almost like nights, if you know what I mean. Like, it was probably hour to hour again, which would be technically a night in the traditional Five Nights sense. and you're probably going to have to find all the secrets as you're going through. You can't track back and get another one. You're probably going to have to do it as you go through, so there's going to be a lot of exploring. Again, if you have any gameplay suggestions or hints or things you've picked up that I haven't, let me know what they are down in the comment section below. Either way, I'm excited. I'm excited with what Ray and the team have done. It is a big difference. Yeah, here's another section. You'll be in the area underground. You're going through the sewer system or underneath the Pizzaplex where all the garbage is, all the abandoned animatronics, and you're going to have to find bits and pieces. Again, it might even be, when we're having a look through the trailer, there are sections that's very clear that you're playing as Cassie, and there's other sections where it's not quite clear who you're playing as here. Are you playing as Gregory? Are you playing as Cassie? I can't see the nails there. What about over here when we do this one? There you can see her nails quite clearly when she's plugging that in, but you don't see any nail color when they're holding the flashlight, so potentially you might even get to play as Gregory for some sections. All depends. Either way, it's all looking absolutely fantastic, and what Ray has said about it being different pacing-wise, horror-wise, atmosphere-wise, it's looking really good. Now, something very important Ray says here at the end I think is going to be very vital to the survivability of this game and the enjoyment of the FNAF fans, and it's something that just brings a smile to my face. Ray says, I cannot overstate how much the team here appreciates the patience you've shown with us as we've built a game that's nearly 100% new content. That they just slapping a new sticker on a Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach and making it a little bit darker. They built this from the ground up. They've basically used the designs from Security Breach, but then they haven't just made them a little darker with a little bit of graffiti on the walls and a little bit of rubble on the floor. They've remade this. That again proves to, or at least suggests to me, that each game is, or each hour is going to be its little section of a game, and once you finish that section, you don't go back to it, because that's going to mean the game's more powerful. That means each section is going to be more atmospheric and worked on. That means each section is going to be more enjoyable to play, because it's going to be scarier, it's going to have more action, it's going to have intense music, and it means that it means they can put more into each section because the game's not going to lag. It's going to look good. I think one of the problems was Security Breach had too much and it lagged, so it looks like Steel will have learned from Security Breach. They've taken all the good stuff, they've learned from the stuff that people didn't enjoy, and they've created something for the fans. Remember, this DLC's free. They're doing this for the love of the community, of the game, of the fans, and of Scott. So, I mean, I'm here for it. I'm very excited. This is a massive year for FNAF, yeah, because we've got the movie and we've got Help Wanted 2 coming out after Ruin, so expect to hear more from us in the near future about our upcoming plans. Obviously, when the DLC drops, they're gonna give themselves time to breathe, fix any bugs that people may come across. Hopefully they won't, because I think they've been doing very extensive bug testing. And yeah, then we'll learn more about Help Wanted 2, any maybe Halloween updates to this game. We might see a fun thing. I wouldn't guarantee it, because they've got Help Wanted 2 to work on. But yeah, very exciting. Obviously, if Ruin does well, Help Wanted 2 does well, the future of FNAF is bright. There'll be more games. There will be more games if the movie does well as well, because that just ushers in so many more new fans to the franchise as well. So why would you not capitalize on it and give us more games, give us more lore? I mean, already, we need to learn more about this fella here. This is a new baddie. This is a new antagonist. This is somebody else. Is this actually Glamrock Bonnie? Has Glamrock Bonnie had his body taken over by William Afton? Is Glitchtrap still around? Or perhaps this is the new bad guy that everybody's talking about, the new bad animatronic that is the Mimic. The Mimic is around, and is the Mimic this person here? Because if it is the Mimic, and if the Tales of the Pizzaplex books are anything to go by, they're gonna stick around for a while. And that means that there's gonna be more games. I mean, Steel will have already teased, or not teased, but they've said out loud that they would love to make a Fredbear's Family Diner game. I think at this point, we don't need that, personally. I think I like the story continuing on. I think maybe a secret mini game to do with Fredbear's Family Diner might be be cool. Or a VHS tape explaining some stuff there would be really cool. But I think I like going into the future and seeing more stuff and where the franchise can go and what happens after Security Breach Ruin, because we still don't know much about the Pizzaplex itself. We know it was there, and then it wasn't. It just disappeared. What's happened in between? Well, obviously we're going to find out what happened in between Security Breach and Ruin, but what happens afterwards? It's so exciting. So exciting. Who do you think this is? Who do you think this bunny boy is? Is it Glamrock Bunny? Is he finally back? Is it William Afton? Is Glitchtrap back? Or is it the Mimic? Ruin is just going to be amazing, and the best thing about it all is, and something that Steel, Will, and Ray and everybody needs to be praised for, is their consistency with their vision throughout this whole process. From the very start, they set a dark, atmospheric, scary tone that the Five Nights at Freddy's wanted for Security Breach, and they have done that entirely through this whole process, through the teaser images, through the trailer, right until this very image that we got right at the end. The very last image shows us how ruined and dark this game's gonna be, and it's been so clear that people like The Glitch and Ben have created what looks like it has just been taken out of the Ruin DLC itself. We looked at this the other day, and I was shocked that this was not a leak from the game, because this is so dark, it's so atmospheric. This is perfect for a Five Nights at Freddy's game. I believe that we are Cassie walking through the ruined El Chip, trying to find our good friend Gregory, and then we come across Roxy just chilling behind this counter eating a taco. We've disturbed her because she can't eat anymore because she lacks a mouth, but she does not lack the sass. Whoa, I got jump scared again. I knew it was even gonna happen. But this whole sequence looks like it could be from Ruin. Look how gone she is. I think that's a FNAF Busters model as well. Another absolute legend who has created models for these new animatronics before the game's even out. I mean, they're not even ripped from the files. And just look how this is. If the game plays like this, we are all in for an amazing, amazing treat. Because this is just perfect. And if the animatronics play like that as well, that they don't quite work, 1 minute they're chasing you, then see, this is like sections as well. That's one section where you're in El Chip with Roxy, she malfunctions, and you fall into a new section, a new hour. You can't get back up to El Chips, but you can explore the daycare. Again, this section up here, this is perfect, this is working great with the video. In this section up here, you have got the Balloon Boy minigame, up where the Eclipse lives, or the Ruined Daycare attendant, that's where they live, and you're gonna have to go back up there, beat the game, and then beat maybe a second one somewhere else that's hidden that we've not seen before, and then the third one, which is down in the bowels of the Pizzaplex, which again would make sense that the last thing you do in this game is get rid of Burn Trap or the Mimic or whoever's down there. That's probably where Gregory's hiding out. But again, more sections like this. Again, this is brilliant, because what Steel will have described, clearly the Glitch and Ben have been able to analyze, take it into account, and create their own gameplay sections revolving around that. If the game runs like this, I'm going to be very, very happy. Very happy. It just works so perfectly together. Atmosphere's good. They can put more into each area because you're just focusing on that area each time, each hour. And then you could have more challenging content, more fulfilling content, content that just feels more valuable and not just there for a massive free roam game. It's just perfect. Again, well done, Glitch and Ben, for this, because this is just absolutely fantastic. Again, please, down in the description below, go and check them out. But yeah, what do you think? What are your final predictions for Ruin? I think we're going to get the best ending via completing the Balloon Boy mini quest. The Balloon World games, they are the games in which... There's the Mimic as well. I think the Mimic is too important to not exist in this game, but you're gonna get the best ending by completing the Balloon Boy Quest minigames. That is my prediction. Minigames are too important. They focused on them too much in the teasers they've given us. That's how you're gonna get the best ending. Balloon Boy minigames, and I think the baddie... I kind of want it to be the Mimic. I do kind of want it to be Mimic, but you know what would be amazing? If Gregory was the baddie after all this. That would be insane, but I don't see how that happens. As for Gregory, is he real Gregory, or is he just the Mimic mimicking Gregory to lure somebody else in? It might be interesting. It might be interesting, but so far, oh, it is amazing. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, 25th, make sure you're subscribed, because on that day, I'm going to be dropping as much content as possible. Right about my face just now, there's going to be more Five Nights at Freddy's videos I know you'll enjoy. Click on one of them bad boys, and I'll see you over there. I've been Razzbowski, you've been the beautiful Raspberries as always for watching, and the 25th is coming. I'll see you then. Goodbye!